Taking off your blinders. August 31, 2014. Being mindful is the practice of being mindful, but what does this practice entail? Does being mindful mean you no longer look and think of the past nor the future? Does it mean you are to never plan for trips, excursions and so forth, or to return to a past experience and to reflect on how much you have grown? Being in the moment, dear ones, truly does mean being mindfully aware of what is going on in the present moment, and this, dear ones, can include what it is you are thinking, even if that thinking is about the past or the future. The majority of the time your experiences have not had the quality of awareness or mindfulness, you just did as if on robot mode. Even your anger, frustrations, emotional reactions have been based on automatic habits and patterns. And for the most part, these automatic habits have been permitted to control your life. Until something devastating or a challenge hints at life-changing possibilities, you don't realize how much of your runaway thinking has led you to your mental and emotional suffering. It is then when you begin putting together plans for new directions and ways. When you are stuck in the robot mode, in truth you are not being mindfully aware. Of course you may with some degree know and understand that you are upset, frustrated, or angry, but you do not recognize, dear ones, that majority of the time, you have a choice to not be upset, frustrated, or angry. How many times have you imagined without discrimination of whether or not what you were thinking about is helping to make you happy or upset? When you are not in the present moment, much of the time, dear ones, it is your automatic habits that have been allowed to dominate you, therefore you are not truly helping to make yourself or others happy. When you are in the moment, simply what this implies is that you are aware of what is going on in that experience, you are aware of your feelings, that you may be angry or feeling something else, but also aware that you do not have to be angry or to allow any other negative emotion to be there. You have the power and ability to choose to feel love and compassion. Truthfully speaking, much of the time, dear ones, you are not in the present now moment, much of the time you are thinking of either the past or the future. We have witnessed a lot of energy spent on past hurts and disappointment, and just as much energy spent on fantasizing about a future that is not promised and in truth has endless possibilities and outcomes. Many times, dear ones, when you think about the past or the future, these thoughts are merely just fantasies of how things could be, might have been, and how you would have preferred them to be. And with all this unmindful activity and energy being used, there is no level of awareness going on that during those moments of daydreaming of the past or future is actually a pointless activity. All your daydreaming does, dear ones, is reinforce unsupportive emotional reactions and responses that will never truly enrich your life. Being in the moment, dear ones, does not mean you must be forever stuck in the moment. When you are truly mindful, you are able to mindfully and creatively recall past events, or think about what could happen in the future. When recalling a past event, it is to learn how you could have behaved differently and learn this new knowledge for future situations. When you think about the future, you are thinking about what could be possible and how your actions that you apply will make that possible future more or less likely. When you are pondering on the past or the future while being in the now moment, you are clearly conscious and not just lost in thought. You are not confusing reality with fantasy. You are not allowing yourself to stray too far into the past where you may create false pasts where you said or did the right things, and if you did do these things, it becomes part of your conscious thought exploration and gives you something to learn from. When you are mindfully thinking of the future, you are not lying there idly daydreaming on one of the many what-ifs. You are thinking about the cause and effect of your actions or reflecting on where you want to go on this incredible journey you are on. We know you enjoy daydreaming. Daydreaming in itself offers a very creative experience and can be quite relaxing as it allows your unconscious mind opportunity to express itself. Yet it is much more advantageous to have a fragment of your conscious mind there in the background observing, being on the alert for any sign that the creative expression of your unconscious mind has become repetitive, and has brought forth unhelpful emotional responses and patterns of thought. Your conscious mind can intercede during such moments with a gentle light touch, a redirection of your mental energies, so you can remain in the present, being aware, mindful, and still creative. The mind is wonderfully mysterious. You have so much to learn about yourself just by unlocking and discovering how and why you think certain ways. You have the ability to become more mindful in each moment of your life. You don't need dramatic challenges to bring you crashing into a more aware state. All you need to do, dear ones, is become aware of your thoughts, learn the whys of their presence, let your emotions come and go, just not attached to them. You don't have to be the thoughts that are raging through your mind, you don't have to be angry when you can be loving. You have the power and ability to overcome automatic behaviors and habits, but first you must acknowledge them and admit change is necessary. Then you can begin with small steps, becoming more aware of your total self, then add bits and pieces of the world around you. The more aware you become, the more you'll truly see, and you'll encounter many aha moments along the way. Take your blinders off and be present, be in the now moment of your incredible life and journey. There is so much for you to learn and to gain that is for the betterment of your personal growth and development, and how you can positively affect those closest to you. Be all you can be, now in the present. I am Melchizedek through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com